And I don't know, I'm so long in Marquette. I don't know how many, so many years. 22, I think so. And August is gonna be, yeah, 22 years. I have two kids, two girls, 30. Bali gonna be 30, and Vika's gonna be 19 this year. And I think that's it. I own 5 or 7 cars. I don't remember how many. I think after the first one we stopped. Remember how many. Yeah, and I love everything about Mary Kay. Absolutely. And Ginger's my senior sales director. Yeah.
So I have known her all of these times. And really, Elena is one of the reasons that we're called the WOW Future Area, and it's for women of the world. And we have really women from all over that that are a part of our group. And Anna's on here, and Ismar's on here, Gwen. So
I
all of these, it's so beautiful that we can all have a place to come together that we're you know what I'm saying? That we're all the same and we all want the same thing, all of that stuff. So we're going to, let's see. So we're going to kind of dive in, and y'all bear with me. We've had a few technical issues today, but we're going to do the best we can with this. So um like Elena said, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Ginger Benedict. I've been in Mary Kay for 30 years. Oh my gosh, when you were pregnant, I remember Elena. That was like 30 is golden. So, and her daughter's getting married this year. So, do a little
Yeah.
plug for that. So, she's got a busy couple of months getting ready for a wedding. All right, y'all, does anyone else want to say anything before we get started? All right, we are going to dive in then and make this happen a little bit. So I did a little. All right, so can y'all see?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a couple of terms that will become even more important to you as we kind of move into this. So one of them is Ruby division. And so Mary Kay has 4 divisions: diamond, emerald, ruby, and sapphire. None is better than the other, except we think ruby is the best because that's the one that we're in. And so when you look in your Applause magazine, when you get ready to register for events, you're always going to go to Ruby Division first. That's like your home base of where you are. So we're all a part of Mary Kay, the company. We're part of the Ruby division, and then we're part of this Future WOW national area. And then you're a part of your director's unit. And so, Elena, you want to tell them the name of your beautiful unit?
Yeah, my unit is Golden Crown unit.
And so mine is the G-Force unit. And be thinking, you guys, what are you going to name your unit? What are you going to name your team? It's really harder than naming your children, I think. So be thinking of what you would like to call your team because everyone likes to be identified to something. It kind of gives us, a closer connection. So I cannot wait to hear what you're going to name your team. And so these are some of the reasons you all maybe have heard it. The new terminology is it just fits. And it's all the different ways that Mary Kay fits into a woman's life. And there's not a one size fits all, and there's not a reason. I think the most heartbreaking thing I heard recently was a gal that's now in Mary Kay. We were talking, and she said, I've used the product for like 15 years, and no one ever asked me. And I can tell you, for the people that are on here, we all wish someone had asked us when we were 18, because then we would have had all the opportunity that this offers all ahead of us. Does that make sense? So I want y'all to pinky swear promise me that everybody that comes within 6 feet of you, 3 feet of you, whether they say, oh my God, I don't know anything about Mary Kay, I'd love to learn more, or no thank you, that they at least learn a little bit about it. and not from someone who was in it for a minute, and not for someone whose sister, mother, grandmother, ex somebody was in it, but they really sit down to learn the facts. So how it fits in your life, it's flexible. That means there's no quota. That means you can work whenever you want to work, and that means you decide when you want to work. You can make as much money as you want or no money. You can just do it to save money on your own product and get it at 50% off. You can get it to sell a little bit of money, a little bit of product, so you get your product for free, right? Or you can make a whole lot of money like Elena and I have that truly supports our family. Make sense? And we're an equal opportunity employer, so it's open to everyone. How do they find out? Is they fill out that agreement. And it is kind of cool that, you know, we go into people's homes sometimes, we're intimate with them, and so they do a little check just to make sure everything's on the up and up. But it really is designed for people who want to help other people. And people, it's a place for encouragement, it's a place for empowerment. There's tons of education and personal development, but this only happens when you plug in. Does that make sense? So Luana and Anna and Glenita, all of you that are on here, the true benefit of Mary Kay happens when you participate. And there'll be a time where you say, enough, I got it. This is not that hard. You wash your face, you put it on, you take it off, you sell it to people, they pay you money, and you put it in your pocket. That really is how this works. But it's a multi-billion-dollar company, you guys. A multi-billion-dollar company. More women in Mary Kay have made over $1 million than any other company out there. And it's not because they did not educate themselves. Does that make sense? So if you want the maximum benefit, there is a little bit of a learning curve in what you can do. The other thing that I want you to be clear about as we start is these are products that you can believe in. Mary Kay does everything from sourcing the ingredient, developing it. We have Dr. Lucy Gilday is our Chief Scientific Officer. She has a staff of over 50 scientists, botanists, dermatologists, chemists that put these products together just for us. So Mary Kay has the patent on these products. People can say, oh yeah, I tried that, it's just like Mary Kay. It isn't, okay, because we make our own products. We run a super tight ship. Most everything that we have is made here in the USA, which is awesome, so we don't have that supply chain issue quite as much. The other thing is when you have a client or a customer who said, well, I just go on eBay, or I go on Poshmark, or I go on Amazon, or I go on this to purchase my products, be clear, those are illegal products. They've been stolen off of somebody's front porch. They've been taken. You know, some consultant may be saying, I don't want to be in business anymore, so they give them away, which is crazy because you can get your money back if you decide not to do this anymore from the company. So those are not guaranteed products. Does that make sense? When you get your product in the mail, it has numbers on the back, and each product is assigned to you. So Anna, when you order a product from the company knows which specific product was sent to you. Does that make sense? So that's how they've been trying to track these people who steal it off their front porch and sell it to somebody else, because they can track that connection. So it should put your mind at ease that we have a huge legal team that's working to protect us. Some of those products, especially off of eBay and all of that, are not real Mary Kay. So they've taken Mary Kay product, dumped it out, and put something else in there. And then that customer tries to return it to the company, and it's not even the same product. So it really is buyer beware. The only way someone can get a genuine Mary Kay product is from you, a Mary Kay beauty consultant. And those are the ones that are guaranteed. Does it make sense? Because we know that you take care of them, you store them correctly, we rotate our stock. So all of those things so that your customer is getting the best product. Make sense? If you get an email, and new consultants get these all the time, that says, "Dear so-and-so, please kindly send, my daughter's getting married, she's deaf, she's something," those are not real. Okay, so if you get an email or a text from someone in your, usually it comes in your first 4 months, call your director, do not respond to her, because that's how they get product and that's how they get your money. Okay, so unless they're, I always refer them back to my website where they can put their credit card number in. ProPay validates there's money in that account. So there's no mischief going on. Makes sense? And Anna, I think you or Ismar got one of those just recently. So if you're not sure.
Yes, I got one on the first month. I have a message with the email too, but I didn't respond. I just leave it like that.
So y'all take Anna's advice, okay, and don't respond to that. Good? Okay. How do we get started? So when you are starting and you're going to have your friends and family say, "Oh my God, like I would really like to know more." There are some options that you have. And the first one is a full-size starter kit, and it comes with over $400 worth of full-size product. So it's the products that we sell the most, and samples, catalogs, plus your marykay.com website we're going to talk about in a minute, and ProPay. So this is designed for the girl who wants to do parties. They want to have that face-to-face interaction. They want to show things, or they're just going to sell the product that's in that starter kit. But typically it's designed that these are samples for you to show people. The second one is an e-start. It's $30, and it's designed for the person who wants a website business or an online business. And it gives them a website for their customers to shop, ProPay, plus all the education, all the training, all the apps, all of that's free. Okay, here's the hitch. So this is where sometimes we get a little sideways. There's a $45 optional add-on sample kit. Okay, and I think, Ismar, I think you got this. I think you got all of this. But it's optional. It's $75 worth of samples that you can share with your prospective customers, but it is only available, you guys, when she signs up. Okay, so when she's filling out her online agreement, she'll pick the 130, she'll pick the 30, and then the next screen says optional add-on sample kit. It's the only time she can get it. Elena and I can't even get it. So just FYI, I know they're sometimes in a hurry and don't read all of that, but that's kind of caught some people off guard since they started it. But it's great. Oh my gosh. All these samples that we use, it's enough for 30 people. So it gets you through to your great start. So y'all have any questions on any of this? Okie doke. All right, so why Mary Kay? So now we're getting down to the nitty gritty of you. So these are just some of the reasons that people start a Mary Kay business. And the beautiful thing about it is it's your why. It's the reason that you did it. Elena and I are here as your business coach, as your partner, to create a business plan specific for you. And I really hope all of you take advantage of it. It's not just when you're a brand new consultant, but it's all through your Mary Kay career. You know, we've all had seasons of life. We've all had things happen, good and bad. Elena's planning a wedding now and paying for it with her Mary Kay money. And so we're stepping that up, right? To have that extra money. There's all kinds of reasons that we do it, and life changes. So we're not here for you just from day one, but we're here for you for the next 20, 25, 30 years. to make sure that you're earning extra money when you need it, that you have job security. We're not going to fire you. You can only quit and then we really won't let you, right? But there's nothing to quit. So it's the girlfriend time, it's the tax deductions, it's earning a car, and it's the health benefits that are available through Mary Kay. So these are some of the whys that you may be muddling around going, why am I doing this anyway? I just want you to always remember, multi-billion-dollar company. We didn't get here by accident, but we got here by plan. So all of these are available to every single consultant from day one, all the way forever. And it's nice to know that we have professionals that help us with this. So the tax deductions and taxes, we have a tax guy that helps us every year. Health benefits, if you need major medical health insurance, dental, vision, all of that, you can get that through Mary Kay. Cool? Okay, what to do first? What to do first? This is the most important. Connect with your director. Number one, if you have a new team member, do a three-way call. Introduce her to your director. Sometimes we get a bad rap because people think we're going to make them do something. We're not going to make them do anything because they joined Mary Kay. But we want to let them know what we can provide and how to make the most of whatever it is they want to do with their business. So if they want to be a brand ambassador, if they want to become a national sales director, we want to make sure that they have the proper information to do that. So we're your support team, gang. We're that girl that's going to come along beside you. We're not quitting. We're not leaving. We're not doing anything. So when I joined Mary Kay, my consultant that recruited me, I'd never met her before. She quit the next day, and Cindy Williams was my director, which I didn't even know I had one. But when she called me, I was like, okay, who are you? And she goes, I'm that girl that's going to help you with your business. And really for the last 30 years, Cindy has been that person for me. So make sure you help your new consultants connect with your director. All right, step number 2 is to set up your InTouch account. And have all of you done that? Okay, as a new consultant, you're going to receive an email from the company that has your consultant number. And it says, click here, and it will take you to InTouch. Only the new consultant can do this because they're going to validate it with a text code. So she's going to pull it up. It'll say, enter your, do you want to get this code by text or by email? So you're going to click which one. It'll come to your phone or your email, and then you can log into InTouch. And this is the back office. We're going to talk about it in just a second. Okay, but that's number 1. And you should get that email pretty quick after your agreement's gone in. Luana, did you get yours?
Did I get the email?
Email
For what?
from Mary Kay with your consultant number?
Oh, yes, of course, of course. Yeah, sorry, I was taking vigorous notes, but I did catch on.
Okay, perfect, perfect.
I'm a big note taker, sorry. I'm writing everything down.
I'm great.
Yes. I'm all set. My website's up and running, and yeah, I have my number, I have my business cards and all of that fun stuff, and my room looks like an MK party.
Yay, we love that.
Yeah.
So as you add your first team member, Luana, you're going to tell her, you're going to get an email from Mary Kay. And in the first 2 weeks, y'all know, you're going to get a lot of stuff, and then it slows down. Just don't ever opt out, because just let your director know, because opting back in is not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, I have a big table in my bedroom. That's where it fit, with the pink tablecloth and product and things all over it, with the welcome box, with the beautiful box that I received, and it's all displayed. It's a lot of fun for my almost 13-year-old too.
I bet. Okay, you'll have to take pictures so we can see. That'd be awesome. All right, so we're going to make sure that you get that InTouch website set up. Then you're going to set up your marykay.com website. All of you paid for that when you started. It's part of that $30. All you need is a picture of yourself to upload. And there is a video on your front screen of InTouch that has a video clip how to set up my website. Okay, so it walks you through exactly what to do. And it's a fun thing for you and your recruiter to do together because it's really interesting to set all of that up. So that's numero uno. That's where people shop for you and from you, and you can let people see that, oh my gosh, I am in business. So the one tip I want to give you in setting up your website is they assign you the name when you get to the screen. Look at that. If you don't like that name, you can change it. But I want to caution you to use your name. So not, I don't know, Pink Diamonds or any of that stuff, because people won't know how to find you. So when you use your name, then like Glenita Shelvin, then people are like, when they're looking for you, they can find you. Okay, Pink Diamonds is a great name if you want to use it for your Facebook customer group, but not for your website. Good? Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up ProPay. So how many of y'all like to get paid? Like, would you go to work without getting paid? All right. So the cool thing about ProPay is that when someone goes to shop on your website or they shop from you personally and they want to use a credit card, ProPay validates that there's money in that account, which is a really good thing, right? And then they send you the money. So, and it goes into your ProPay account. Okay. Another tip when you set up this ProPay account is you have an option to get a ProPay card. It's a debit card. It's free. It's under options. And you want to make sure that you get that card because it allows you to get your money out to use it for class supplies, for refreshments, for gas to and from your appointments, all the things that you may be paying your business with. But make sure you get that. And when it comes in the mail, it's not a credit card, it's a debit card. And it only works when you have money in your ProPay account. Make sense?
Yeah, if we signed up for ProPay, do we automatically get that card?
No, you have
Okay,
to ask.
I'm confused.
Yeah, you have to ask for it, Luana.
Okay.
And you can log back into your ProPay account.
Uh-huh. Okay.
In the menu bar across the top,
Mm-hmm.
I think it says other, or it may say ProPay card.
Yeah, they will ask you. They ask you two options. One is, would you like to have a debit card, or you just need to choose yes.
Okay, I don't remember seeing that when I signed up.
We'll show it to you.
Okay, thank you. And then otherwise, if you don't have that debit card, it just goes straight into your checking account or bank account number
If you set that option up.
Okay.
And you have to go in there and let them know, I want to send $100 to my checking account, or I want to send it all. It doesn't automatically happen.
Okay, no, this is good because I've been wondering, how am I going to get paid for sales? Okay. Yeah, okay, that wasn't clear. So that's something I need to work on for sure. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You are welcome. The other thing is that you want to make sure that you're connected to our Facebook closed groups and that you've friended your director. So sometimes you're a friend with your recruiter, but you haven't friended your director. So it helps kind of if we're all on the same page. And then the first app that we're going to talk about is the Great Start app. So these are kind of the first 6 things that you're going to want to make sure your new team member has a grasp of, knows about, kind of gets done at the very beginning. Okay? So this is InTouch. This is what it's going to look like when you pull it up. When you get that app, it is the back office. All our company contests, promotions are on there. It's where you're going to order product, samples, and sales aids. It's where you're going to keep up with your customers. So you don't need a spreadsheet. You don't need any of that stuff. Everything happens here. You don't need a list of inventory on something else. So everything is in-house, which is really cool. So it's just one place to get everything done. And this is where your education is. And y'all, you know, I was a college professor before this, and I will tell you, this is the best business 101 class you could ever have. You know, there's lots of people who have taken Mary Kay's college, and it's free, and gone on and done other things. And Kendra Scott is one of them. So her mom was a Mary Kay sales director, and her business model in terms of what happens inside her stores with the color bar and all of that is because of Mary Kay. So the education that you get is amazing. The training modules, they're self-paced. You can do them on your computer. You can do them on your laptop. We're going to talk about in just a minute how you can do it on your phone. So all of those are available to you. So all your business tools, digital tools, everything that you could want from your business is on this desktop. And I know when we start out, we think we need a spreadsheet for all this stuff, and we spend all that time making it. You don't need a thing. It just takes a minute. There's a little learning curve to learn the systems that are already in place, but they're automated. So everything's tied together beautifully. Okay, and then your website. And so we kind of talked about this, but it's limited. So during this 4-month period, it's free. It's part of that package. So if you have people who haven't engaged in this, after that time period, they have to pay for it. Okay, so it's super important when you get started. This is just your next step. Whether they want to sell it to anybody or not, somebody, when they find out that you've got a Mary Kay business, they just need a connection. They just want to know who to get it from. And we've all had consultants who have set this up thinking nobody would ever order off of it, and here their friend or their aunt or their sister in another state went and found them and ordered something. So you're going to want to make sure that it gets set up. The website also advertises for you in 6 different zip codes. And so when someone goes to marykay.com and they are looking for a consultant, they will assign it. She'll get to choose from somebody in one of those zip codes. So usually 5 or 6 people come up. The people that are chosen the most, number 1, have a picture. Number 2, have completed their education. And you get a little bling button by your name, and it's also on your website that shows you've been trained. So it's like, would you want to go to a dentist who'd never been to dental school? So every time you complete one of those trainings, and we'll look at them, you get a little bling button by your name. The people who have the most letters at the end of their name get selected more often than anyone else. So those are kind of 2 things. If you're like, why don't I ever get picked? That maybe have something to do with it. And then it says your customers will enter www.marykay.com/ your personal website, and that's where you want to make sure it's your name. And if you go by your middle name, put that on there. However people know you, that's what you're going to put on there. Okie doke? And you'll get an email that says, you've got an order. Or when you log into InTouch, it'll let you know that you have an order. Okay? And then this is ProPay that we just talked about. And it's just the system that we have right now. So it's an easy way for your customers to pay right when they check out. So you're not hunting them down for payment. They can, and so we'll get into all the things that these programs do kind of later on. And there is an app for literally everything in Mary Kay. There are apps for you as a beauty consultant, and there are apps for your customers. And we walk through these. We usually do 2 a week, just to make sure that we understand how to use them and what's most important. So when you go to your app store and you type in Mary Kay, the one that is for you, it's called the Mary Kay Great Start app. This is going to walk you through the first 4 months of your business, the month that you join, plus the 3 following months, because there's a lot of money on the table for you in terms of bonuses, commissions, free product, and we want to make sure that you understand it. You can keep up with it because we're all busy. And if you're a recruiter, you're going to want to make sure you've downloaded that app because it allows you to track your new consultant so you can help her and say, girl, you're $23 away from getting, $115 in free product. We get busy and we forget. And in the beginning, we don't really even understand how it works. So if you haven't downloaded it, make sure that you download it. And we're going to take a look at it in just a second. So that's probably the most important one for you. The most important one for you to share with your customer and your friends, you guys, it's called the Mary Kay Skin Analyzer app. This is a remarkable tool. It scans your face. So it does 80 scans, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, compares it to hundreds of thousands of scans, and it gives you the health history of your skin. And it's fun to do before you start Mary Kay, just to know where you are. And then every couple of months, do it again to see how your skin has progressed. Okay, you ready for the coolest part of that app? It tells your customer what product would benefit them. And they can send it to you and links to your website so they can order it and pay for it. Is that not the best? And so even as a brand new consultant, you guys, when you're like, I don't even know what all these products do, the app will help you. And it gives you confidence. It makes you look like $1,000,000. It's free. And you can share it with your friends and they'll be wowed. Okay, so that's for skincare. The other one is called the Mirror Me app. And that puts every color, foundation, lipstick, even the new ones. It shows them how to highlight, contour. I don't know, if they want to be darker, if they want to be lighter, if they want to not show their foundation color. All of that happens on the Mirror Me app. It's a ton of fun. Luana, your 13-year-old daughter will love it. My 4-year-old granddaughter, I mean, it's a video game. We do it all the time. She knows where to find it on my phone. It's crazy. But it's just fun to let people see, oh my gosh, it's not the Mary Kay of even 5 years ago. Even 5 years ago. So those are some of the apps that you'll want to download to get started. Okay, we're talking about the Great Start program, and I'm going to try to see if I can share this on my screen. So I don't know if any of you want, or Elena, if you want to share anything first while I see if I can do this. We'll have a little halftime report. So, do you have any questions? Y'all are like, no. All right, here we go. Yay. All right, I think we can do this. Okay, before we get into the Great Start, because it's going to be a minute, I want to talk about this app. It's right here. It's called Boards, Boards. This is not a Mary Kay app, but if you will go to your app store, download it, and then let me know you downloaded it, or let your director know you downloaded it. We'll send you the videos that talk about how to connect to it. But this is when you can't find something, like Luana, you just said, how do I get that card from ProPay? There's
Mhm.
it's on this app. So
Okay.
it's like a filing cabinet, and it has the calendars, the invitations, scripts. It's InTouch is so vast and so big. We just found this app that allowed us to just put it down to the things that we use on a daily basis. So it's called Boards. You have to let me know that you got it, and then we send you a link that loads all the information into your Boards app. So the app by itself doesn't do anything. You've got to have a link that allows you to get to the stuff. Does that make sense? So it downloads all the information in there. Okay, let's take a look at this Great Start. This Great Start app. So I have all my Mary Kay apps in a little thing that's called the App Store, and it kind of gets you there. So here's the Great Start app. And when you pull it up, this is what it's going to look like. It has a little hamburger here on the side that lets you change the language, see your welcome video. Have y'all seen your own welcome video? Mine's expired, so it's not on there. But if you're in the 4-month period and you haven't watched it, oh my gosh, you guys, you'll be tickled. It's so cute, but you will love it. So that's what that little hamburger thing does. And then, congratulations, your Watch Me First. And so this talks about how.
Ginger, can you share the screen?
Maybe I can. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always forget to do that when I'm on here. Okay, that's because I didn't know where I was. Share screen. Okay, can y'all see it now?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Right there. Okay. Aren't you excited I learned how to do this? It took me a minute. Okay, there's the tutorials. If you haven't had your first party, this grand opening is awesome. It gives you your posts, and these are all legal posts that you can post anywhere, on your public page, on your private page, on Instagram, Twitter, wherever you want to. And the cool part is too, when you click on brand ID, it gives you some words. So it makes you sound like $1 million, like the owner of a multi-million-dollar company, which you are. And so you can customize it or you can copy it. And then it will allow you to share down at the bottom. I don't think y'all can see that on that screen, but it says share. And then it'll pull up all your social media. Isn't that fun? And so you can just click if you want to share it with the person, or if you want to share it on Facebook or wherever. So it's already done for you. So as soon as your gal signs her agreement and gets started, we can start letting people know that she has a business. Because what's your first question? Who are my customers going to be? Well, they're usually the people you tell, right? And then they're like, I don't know anybody. I don't want to tell anybody. Like, oh my goodness. So this gives them an opportunity to do that. Here's the Time-Wise Miracle set. Here's It Just Fits. So these are some easy posts that they can post right off the bat that are easy to find. Cool? And then the goal, and then there's a checklist prior to the event, the agenda, what to do. So you and your director can kind of walk through these, or your recruiter, and it tells you exactly how to do your grand opening. Could it not be any easier, y'all? So set that date. The beautiful thing about being able to do these virtually and in person, virtually, you could have a party tonight, right? nobody's cleaning their house, nobody's making refreshments, nobody's doing anything. And so it gives you that opportunity to have that party immediately or to schedule something. So, and the goal is we're going to have more than one party. So it doesn't really matter how many people come. We like to have a lot, so invite more than you want. But the goal is that we're going to have parties every week. You can either log into the parties we do collectively and just invite people, or you can have your own. But that's the beauty of it. Okay, good. Okay, we're going to talk about, I think, hopefully, if we have a minute, but this is the Great Start, Ready, Set, Sell. And it is all about inventory. And y'all, inventory is so important, whether you want it or you don't want it. Whether you think you need it or you don't need it. Because there's a lot of money on the table. And years ago, I had a gal that was my neighbor, and I thought I knew her. And so I didn't tell her she could get free product. I just assumed that she couldn't. And then when her husband found out, because Craig told him about all the free product I had gotten, let's just say he was not happy. So everyone deserves to hear it. They can make their own decision. They're grown women, but they need to know what it's all about. And so we're going to talk in just a second about how that works. All right, here's the tracking reports. So if you're a recruiter and you're on here, this is where you're going to go, and it is going to track your new team members. And if you're a new team member, this tracking report is going to tell you this is how far you are from your next free product bonus. Okay? So that's all on there. At the bottom, this is the key to move you around. So the next one says education. These are all of those bling badges we were talking about. So you can do them right here from your phone. You don't have to do it all at one time. You can do 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there. But it really is important to understand how this works for you and how it works for the business that you're building. And they update them. So MK University is how do I run a business? You know, every company has their own terms and their own vocabulary and their own all of that. Mary Kay's not any different. So that's where you learn about that. Skincare Confident, skincare products. How do I know what to recommend if they don't do the app? Clinical Solutions. These are all of the products that have been, the FDA has released now that we can sell over the counter without a prescription. They're called pharmaceuticals. So it's great. These are the WOW products. This is the boosters that just came out. These are all of the really products that are going to change your skin. So it's important to have some kind of working knowledge before you recommend those. And then Color Confident, cheek color goes here, eye color goes here. Kind of lets you know all about that. Okay. And then selling, so these are the apps that we have available for it, the outline of a party, how to do a hybrid party, and we'll walk through these apps. The My Customer Plus app is really an important app, and the Digital Showcase. So those will be the next two that we talk about in depth, because they will make your paperwork like just take a minute. All right, and they tell me that I'm disconnected. I think I have the free version, so I'm only connected for a few minutes. There we go. All right, so then when you go down to team on the next page, this talks about team building. It tracks your reports. So I have 2 new team members, and so it lets me know what they need to do to get to their next bundle. So if you're a recruiter, this is where you're going to see that information under team. And then we're going to talk about the team building rewards. This is the playbook. So this is how you can share the Mary Kay, what we've been seeing. So if you want to sit down with someone and share with them a little bit about Mary Kay, whoops, here's where you can do it. Okay, so you can do it right from your phone. Okay. And I think the videos work. I won't try it, but I think they do. Just to get us on a screen I can't get out of. Okay. And then the last one on here is probably the most important. This is an inventory conversation. So if after you've talked to your director, if you still want to learn more, listen to that inventory discussion. It explains it all perfectly, and it lets you know what's available and what's not available. Okay, and I think all of you on here right now, anyway, have ordered inventory before, but I know a lot of you are in your first 4 months of your business. And so there are dates and deadlines that you need to be aware of. And so the first one is the date you signed your beauty consultant agreement, the date it went in. It's posted on there, so you know the date that you started. 15 days from them. It's not 15 working days. It's 15 calendar days from the day you started. That is when the maximum amount of free product expires. Okay, and how that works is when you place your first wholesale order of at least 600 wholesale in one order, we call that Great Start Qualified. GSQ is that little acronym for that. Then you're going to get a free bundle of $172. You're going to get a color look of $134. You're going to get 2 mirrors and trays for $11. You're going to get a roll-up bag for $36. So you're going to get $353.50 in free product that you can sell and make 100% profit. You can use it yourself. You can use it as a hostess gift, but it only happens during those first 15 days. Are y'all with me? If she orders an eyebrow pencil because she just has to have one, this doesn't go into, this is over. Okay? So it's super duper important that from the get-go, even if she says, I don't want anything, because once people say, oh my God, girl, you selling Mary Kay? Why didn't you tell me? I need this, I need that. And then it's not available. The more you order, the more you get free. So I think it's pretty cool. The most they'll let you order is 3,600. Most companies would say, if you want to order 10,000, go ahead. But this is that business where we're building customers. We're not just buying product. Make sense? And so how much inventory you need is really based on you. For my consultants, if they know 600 is enough for yourself and one friend, especially if she's over 40 and buys the repair set, right? I mean, that's really it. So from that point on, it's $200 per person. So if she knows 6 people, then that's going to be an $1,800 order. Okay? So just to kind of give you a little food for thought, and they talk about it in that inventory discussion, but it's a personal decision. It's not right or wrong, but it makes a financial difference. And I think when people know the rules from the very beginning, they feel more empowered and they feel more like a business person, and they don't feel like we're keeping something from them. Make sense? So that's kind of how that works. Okay, there's also a lot of cash. How many of you like cash? Like new shoe cash, I don't know, all this cash. So you got to understand the rules of the game. This is what happens when you sit down with your director to do your business plan. So you'll have an opportunity to understand the rules of the game. And we talked about these a little bit. So the Great Start Qualified, that means 600 at least within your first 15 days. You're going to get that color bundle. You're going to get all that free product that we talked about. Okay? Then after that initial order, no matter what size, when you have orders that accumulate to 600, okay, so let's say it's April and you've done your initial order. So, oh my God, you forgot something. Okay, you can now order that and get it at 50% off. And let's say you forgot a $50 order. Okay, May comes around and Mother's Day, all those things are happening, and now you need a $400 order, so we're at $450. And then the next week, oh, it's Teachers Week and Nurses Week, so that's another $150. That adds up to $600. So once you hit that $600, you're going to get another free product bundle of your choice to sell, to use yourself, to give away. Okay? Now, when you add a new team member and she's Great Start Qualified, which is what? Like 600 wholesale, cumulative or in that single order, you're going to get 2 bundles for free. So now you're going to get over $200 worth of free product that you don't pay for, that you can sell at 100% profit, give it away, whatever you want to do with it, but I'd sell it. And so these bundles are unlimited. Okay? The Great Start Qualified bundles are unlimited. These are, I think, 6 is the most you can get of these. Is that right, Elena? And the Great Start Qualified team member bundles are free. Okay,
Yes.
so free product is great. We sell it, we make some money. Whoops. But even better than that is the cash. How many of you like cash? Okay, so every time your personal wholesale orders of your team members accumulates to $600, you're going to get $50 immediately into your account. Okay, and y'all talk with your consultant the best way to get that money, or to your director, the best way to get that money to you, because there's options there. But every time you get a new Great Start Qualified team member, $50 is going to go into your account during this Great Start period, okay? Then when you have 3 new, you're going to get $100 on top of that. So for 3 people, we've made $150, and now you're going to get $100 extra. So that's what, $250 just for sharing it with 3 people. And it's cash money, it's not product. You can spend it on whatever you want. And then our team commissions are anywhere from 4% to 12% of the production of your team based on the size of your team. My first commission check was $12.80. And I remember looking at Craig going, and you think I can quit my job for this? Like, no. But then my highest commission check was just under $20,000 in a month. So it grows. A tracked number grows. And when you know and understand the rules of it, you can make the most of that. And so this is something when you sit down and talk with your director, like this is what we go over to make sure that you're capitalizing on the amount of money that's on the table. And if you don't want it, it's okay. But if you want it, we want you to have it. All right, so get connected. We talked about that. The Future WOW National Area Facebook page is for everybody, and we just kind of post things that apply to everybody. We talked about your director has one. The Pink Party Place. Let's talk about this for a minute. The Pink Party Place is a place for you and your customers. It's a place where they can learn about new product, where they can learn about events, where they can join your team. Everything that we do on there is for you. So if you have a customer and she goes on there and says, hey girl, wow, I love that charcoal mask. Or today we talked about these mini hand creams. I want to order some. She's ordering from you. Does that make sense? Nobody is going to take your customer. She's ordering from you. And so all these girls have been on there before. I think, Luana, you may be the only one that hasn't been. So they know how it works. And they're on there a lot. It's how we learn about product. It's how we learn about sales. It's how we learn about what's going on. We have a party there every Friday night, every Saturday at 10. You can invite your customers to. They buy from you. But it's just, not everybody has a private customer Facebook group, which we can talk about. So you can put your people in there. And then we talked about the boards app. Okie doke. We talked about Scan Analyzer and Mirror Me. And you are the most important person. Like, so make sure that you're Mary Kay from head to toe. If you've got something else, you guys throw it away. Don't even give it to somebody. Just throw it away. Because someone's going to ask you, what lipstick is that? Or what mascara are you wearing? Like, find one. This is also a tax deduction. It's called advertising, right? It's advertising. And so you want to make sure that you're using the best quality product designed for you. With one of the, we are the largest, we have the biggest commission of any direct selling company, because it doesn't matter if you're brand new or if you've been in 60 years, we all make half of what we sell. So you can't buy in at a different level or make more. But we're so tickled. We all did the new product this morning. I did this new eye thing. I mean, we get so excited we can't stand it, because the products just keep getting better. So make sure that you are using these products from head to toe. And the more you use, the more you'll fall in love with, and the more yourself. So congratulations. We are open for business. And your director, we could not be more excited to really help you build this business, because we've lived it. You know, it's our life. It's what we do full time. And we really couldn't imagine being on a fixed income again, right? Or having to answer to the boss, or not having that freedom and flexibility, and be surrounded by amazing people. And we want that for each of you. So thank you guys so much for being on with us. And hopefully you found some value in this today.